Right, listen to this. Paradise was in meltdown after that draw with Kairat. Calmac had to send a message straight to the booing fan. Brendan Rodgers has lifted the lid on why he hooked Idah. And to top it all off, there's a Champions League defender we could snap up for just 2 million quid to replace Alistair Johnston. Stick with me right to the end, because the last story is massive. And if you love the Celtic as much as I do, hit that subscribe button so we can smash our 500 subscriber target and get this Celtic news to every fan around the world. Let's smash this together. Every single sub counts. Hit that button and be part of the Celtic family. Let's show the blue side who really runs Glasgow. I'll tell you what, that was a sore one to watch, 100 minutes of football at Paradise, and it felt like we could have played another 100 and still not found the back of the net. Kairat Almaty came with their wee bus parked right across the goal, and Celtic just couldn't smash through. And listen, you could hear the frustration loud and clear at full time. The boos raining down, the chants about the board. That wasn't just noise. That was the heartbeat of Parkhead telling the suits upstairs they're not doing enough. Now, fair play to Calmac. The skipper stood up when it mattered and faced the questions head on. He didn't shy away from the boos. He didn't blame the fan. He said it himself. Expectation. You and I both know it. Celtic belongs in the Champions League. That's not arrogance, that's just fact. We've earned that right over the years, but when performances dip, of course the questions come, of course the frustration boils over. And what did Calmac do? He sent out a rallying cry. Stick together, he said, unison, accountability from top to bottom. He's basically telling every single one of us, the players, the staff, the folk in the boardroom, and even you sitting at home, that we've got one tie left and we need to get it done. The fight's not over. Kazakhstan's no paradise, but if anyone can go there and show a bit of steel, it's this Celtic side. But here's the thing that's bugging me, and I need your take on this. The board's been happy enough rattling the buckets under your nose all summer. Season tickets, merchandise, every penny squeezed out the fan. But when it comes to putting money back on the park, strengthening the squad for nights exactly like this, suddenly it's all dithering and waiting on Champions League cash. So let me ask you this. Is it time to stop backing the board until they start backing Brendan? Would you hit them where it hurts? Or do you believe Calmac's right and now's the moment to stay united, no matter how useless the folk in the suits are? Hit like, hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's. Loudy till we hit 500 mad Celtic daffs. I'll be honest with you, this Adam Idah situation is starting to feel like a storm brewing over Glasgow. £9.5 million for a striker who hasn't hit the net since May. That's no pocket change. That's the kind of money you expect to bring in a goal machine, not a passenger. And I know he's an honest lad, he works hard, but working hard's no enough. When you're leading the line for Celtic, you need that killer instinct, that wee bit of magic that turns a tight game into a win. Brendan's no daft. He saw what we all saw against Kairat Almaty. Idah just wasn't at it. The gaffer didn't even wait for the hour mark. He hooked him at half-time and reshuffled the pack. That tells you everything you need to know. This isn't charity football. This is Celtic chasing the Champions League. Brendan doesn't have the luxury of waiting around for a striker to find his touch. Now, with Livingston up next at Parkhead, there's a big decision on Brendan's hands. Does he keep the faith with Idah, or does he hand a first start to Shin Yamada, the new lad from Japan who came off the bench the other night, or even throw Johnny Kenny in just to see if a hungry youngster can do what Idah can't? Idah's confidence looks shot to bits, and you can almost feel the weight of expectation on his shoulders every time the ball comes near him. And let's face it, Parkhead isn't exactly the easiest place to hide when you're misfiring. The Celtic fan will back you if you graft, but patience runs thin when the goals dry up. Here's the big question I need to put to you. If Adam Idah keeps drawing blanks, do you stick by him and hope he finds his form? Or Is it time for Brendan to be ruthless and let Yamada or even Kenny take their chance? Because at the end of the day, Celtic can't afford passengers up front, not with trophies to win and Europe on the line. What would you do? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant loldy till we hit 500 mad Celtic daffs. Here we go again. Another storm cloud hanging over paradise, and this time it's our rock at the back, Alistair Johnston. Seeing him stretch it off against Kairat Almaty was a sore one, not just for him, but for every Celtic fan watching. The lad gives everything in the hoops, and now we could be staring down the barrel of a long spell without him. That's the kind of blow that can shake a back line. But here's where it gets interesting. Word is Max Johnston, another Johnston, no relation, could be on the move from Sturm Graz for just 2 million quid. Now, 2 million these days is what the Rangers board probably waste on excuses every season, but for Celtic, that's a steal if the boy is the real deal. He's only 21, but he's already got over 60 senior games under his belt, and not just any games. We're talking Champions League nights against Borussia Dortmund, Sporting Lisbon, and Bruges. That's big stage experience, the kind that means he won't freeze under the lights at Parkhead. And being Scottish, he ticks that homegrown quota box for Europe too. It just makes sense, doesn't it? The best part? His wages are peanuts compared to what some of the bench warmers are pulling in across Europe. Less than 8 grand a week, that's nothing for a club like ours. If he comes in, does the job, and kicks on, you've not only solved the Johnston-shaped hole in the defense, but you've also got a lad with future sell-on value. So here's what I want to ask you. Should Brendan and the board just get this deal done before some English championship side snaps him up? Or do you reckon we need to set our sights higher than a 2 million punt from Austria? Because for me, this feels like classic Celtic. A smart, affordable signing that keeps us ticking. But is that really enough if we're serious about Europe? What's your call? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant loldy till we hit 500 mad Celtic daffs.